Well, joining me now is Louise West, former curator at Jane Austen's House Museum, and Caroline Frost, entertainment editor of the Huffington Post. It's great to have you both on the programme tonight, ladies. Louise, let's start with you. What more do we know about this ring?
Well, it was with the family for many years, really since it was first acquired, and has stayed with them until last year when they decided that they needed some money and they wanted to sell the ring.
And it was a very romantic story attached to it anyway, wasn't it? Because it wasn't Jane Austen's boyfriend, lover of the time, an Irishman, gave it to her.
Yeah, no, well, no, I'm afraid that's not true. No.
That's what I read today.
No,
didn't happen.
no, it was given to Jane Austen's sister-in-law by her sister Cassandra when her brother knew he was going to marry this woman, Eleanor.
Who gave it to Jane Austen?
That's what we don't know.
Oh, this is what I read, you see, an Irish lover, so it sounds all very romantic.
I'd love to know where that story came from.
But Karen, let's have a look at the ring in a bit more detail, because it's a beautiful piece of work. And if this story is true about being given to her by an Irish lover, it would be a shame for it to leave the country, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would, and I have a lot of sympathy with the supporters of the ring staying here. But I'm curious, would we actually see any more of it if, say, some rich British person bought it and kept it tucked away in their palace somewhere in the north of England where maybe people wouldn't venture forward for it? So I'm really questioning the whole system by which these rings and other objects get put on sale, get sold in good faith, purchased by presumably big fans. I bet Kelly Clarkson's probably got as personal attachment to it as anybody. And then the next thing we know, it's, oh no, can you give us it back? We've changed our mind. I mean, commerce doesn't work like that.
I suppose there are plenty of other artefacts, indeed her house that's now a museum, that remind us of her. So a piece of jewellery, is that a big deal?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we only have 2 pieces of jewellery that we know belong to Jane Austen, and this is the third. We have a bracelet and we have a cross, and to have this ring would be a lovely way of completing the set.
You know,
she
contact
wore
with her.
I mean, I agree with Caroline. I think if it went to a private individual, that would be regrettable. But we know that there's enormous interest in acquiring it for the museum, and so it would be in very safe hands, and the public would be able to enjoy it for many years to come.
Talking of safe hands, we've actually got a picture of Kelly Clarkson wearing a replica, which we believe, and again it might not be true, that her fiancé has given to her because she clearly hasn't got the real deal at the moment. I mean, would you be happy to see like a William Shakespeare ring leave the country? Because it's on that level, isn't it?
I think that there might be an element of snobbery in this story because, I mean, Michael Jackson bought John Merrick's bones at auction a few years ago and they disappeared without the great hullabaloo that we've seen attached today. There's a great amount of attention on Jane Austen at the moment with the note and everything like that. Would we be happier if we heard that Brad Pitt had bought this ring for Angelina? Would we be happy if Annie Lennox was seen wearing it? I think we don't like the idea that we've got some young Texan superstar walking around and hopefully wearing it to concerts. I think there's a snobbery involved.
And Louise, would you buy it for £150,000?
I hope somebody will buy it.
Would you buy it if you had that money? Would you or not? What do you
reckon? I'd buy it and I'd give it to the museum, yes. I think that's a really valid point, and I think what I would say about that is we're delighted that somebody like Kelly Clarkson is interested in Jane Austen. It says an awful lot about her at the moment.
And would you go to a museum to have a look at it, Caroline?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, great. Good stuff, ladies. Thanks very much for joining us tonight.